I knew him before he was Diddy. And I knew him for a long time when I first became champ.
So Mike Tyson just destroyed Diddy after leaking secret footage, and just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, Tyson is pulling out the old receipts. Yeah, you heard me, Mike is digging deep into the vault after Diddy's recent bombshell arrest.
This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him.
In case you missed it, Diddy was arrested on September 16th on some serious federal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. And let's be real, these are the kinds of charges that turn careers upside down. With this arrest, a whole lot of shady incidents from Diddy's past are creeping back up to the surface, and guess what? Mike Tyson just dropped a video that's got people talking. It's an old interview where both Tyson and Diddy were chopping it up, but what Diddy does in that footage, it will shock you. It's like Tyson has been sitting on this for years, waiting for the right moment to hit Diddy where it hurts. And let's not forget, Mike is usually the type to steer clear of all this drama, right? He's not out here chasing clout or picking fights. So if Tyson is out here throwing dirt, you know it's serious. The fact that he's even bringing this up now tells us there's more to this story, and it's about to get real messy. Let's break it down. Get this, Mike Tyson is not playing around. He's going off on Diddy after that wild arrest, and honestly, Tyson just destroyed him. Tyson's coming for Diddy's neck, and you know when Iron Mike speaks, everyone listens. He's out here pulling no punches, saying stuff like, "And you don't do that to people. You don't treat women like that. That's just cowardly." Tyson doesn't usually jump into drama, but he's not holding back at all. He even said, "I'm from the streets, and even we had respect." That's Tyson straight up calling out Diddy for all those nasty allegations, and he's making it real clear no amount of fame or money makes this okay. And if Mike Tyson of all people is coming out this hard, you know it's serious. Hear me out. Fans are hyped about Tyson taking a stand. They're all over social showing love for the champ for keeping it real and speaking up. Tyson's basically saying enough is enough. He's bringing the heat and holding Diddy accountable in a way that only Mike can. This feud, it's blowing up, and Tyson's not letting up anytime soon. So did Mike Tyson know all along? A viral clip just resurfaced, and it's got people thinking Tyson was onto Diddy's shady business way before all this craziness hit the fan. We're talking about a clip from 1998 when Tyson and Diddy appeared on the Keenan Ivory weigh-in show. And let me tell you, it was straight up awkward. Like, you could feel the tension through the screen.
Weeks.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Yeah. Well, now,
In the clip, Tyson is cool as ever, but the way he keeps his distance from Diddy, it's like he knew something was up. Diddy was doing his usual thing, trying to play it off like a big shot, but Tyson wasn't having any of it. He literally hit him with that NAFAM energy, setting up some major boundaries now. Back then, people didn't think much of it, but looking at it now, after all these allegations and that recent FBI raid on Diddy's properties in Miami and LA, it's like Tyson knew something shady was going on. And let's be real, if Tyson, who's been around all kinds of people in Hollywood and the music industry, was uncomfortable with Diddy, you know there was some serious stuff happening behind the scenes. The fact that this clip is resurfacing now, right as Diddy's facing these insane allegations, sex trafficking, grooming, and all the madness, people are connecting the dots. Like, was Tyson subtly trying to warn everyone years ago? The fact that Tyson is leaking this old clip, now it's like he's saying, "I knew this dude was shady from day one." Tyson has always kept it 100, and he doesn't get involved in drama unless it's real. And now with Diddy's whole empire crumbling and the FBI all over him, this old video is hitting different. Fans are like, how did we miss this before? Tyson, with his legendary sixth sense, might have known more than he let on. One thing's for sure, this clip has taken on a whole new meaning. And with Diddy scandals out in the open, people are looking at that 1998 moment like a warning. We all missed Tyson leaking it now. That's no coincidence, a statement. And honestly, Diddy's looking more and more exposed by the day. We've all seen some wild headlines recently, but the latest news about Diddy is straight up unbelievable. So let's break it down. On September 16th, Diddy got hit with some massive federal charges, and we're not talking about petty stuff. Here we're talking about sex trafficking and racketeering. Now, you know these charges have some serious weight, and they could even put Diddy behind bars for life if he's convicted. So what's the tea? The government is claiming that Diddy didn't just live the luxury life behind the scenes there, saying he was using his business empire to cover up some of the most disturbing criminal activity you can imagine. We're talking about transporting sex workers, videotaping these sessions, and using the footage to keep people quiet. Imagine the kind of control and power you'd have to make something like this work for so long. And it's not just Diddy by himself. According to these charges, he had an entire team working for him, making sure everything went smoothly so no one would spill the truth. But what really cracked this case wide open, it wasn't the feds coming in first. It was a civil case. Yep, the domino effect started last November when Diddy's ex Cassandra Ventura, better known as Cassie, filed a massive lawsuit. She didn't just accuse Diddy of misconduct, she blew the lid off of the whole operation. She claimed that Diddy forced her to participate in these wild performances, and that's when people started paying attention. And get this, Diddy, he settled that case in one day. Sounds fishy, right? The settlement was quick, but it was already too late. The allegations were out in the public, and the feds were like, hold up, let's take a closer look at this. And that's when things started to unravel for Diddy. Shortly after Cassie's lawsuit, 4 more cases were filed against him. 3 women accused him of rape, and in some cases, they say he drugged them before the assaults. And if that wasn't shocking enough, there's even a male music producer who claims Diddy groomed him and made him hire sex workers for these shady activities. It's like the floodgates have opened, and all of Diddy's skeletons are tumbling out of the closet. And so why didn't we hear about this earlier? I mean, we're talking about multiple people and some really disturbing accusations. Well, here's the thing, Diddy wasn't just any celeb. He was a mogul, blending hip-hop, business, fashion, and luxury. He was everywhere, from his high-end clothing brand Shah Jahan to his exclusive parties with A-listers like Martha Stewart, Jay-Z, and even Sarah Jessica Parker. People were scared to come forward because, let's be real, Diddy had serious power. He could make or break careers in the industry, and that's exactly what kept people silent for so long. And if the allegations about threats and blackmail are true, it's no wonder people were too scared to speak out. We're talking about people being threatened with violence and even guns to keep quiet. That's not the kind of thing you just walk away from, especially when the guy at the top has so much money, fame, and influence. But here's where things get even creepier here. There are tapes, yet tapes. The indictment claims that Diddy recorded these performances with the sex workers and used the footage to blackmail the victims into staying silent. Imagine the fear these people must have felt, knowing that someone has video proof of their most vulnerable moments. One of the victims even said, he threatened me about my sex tapes that he has of me on 2 phones. He said he would expose me. Mind you, these sex tapes where I am heavily drugged. That's beyond terrifying. But will these tapes ever come out? Who knows? Right now, the prosecutors are keeping things tight. But if they do come to light, Diddy's world could come crashing down even faster. And then there's this whole thing with the baby oil. You might have heard some chatter about this on social media. Authorities reportedly seized more than 1,000 baby oil and lubricant from Diddy's homes during the investigation. I mean, having baby oil isn't illegal, but in this context, it raises some major questions. Ventura even mentioned in her lawsuit that she was forced to pour excessive amounts of oil on herself during these weird events. The whole thing just gets more bizarre the deeper you go. It's like every detail in this case is meant to shock people, and trust me, it's working. And let's be real, if Diddy is convicted, he's looking at some serious time behind bars. We're talking about charges that could put him away for decades, even life. One of the charges, transportation for purposes of prostitution, could land him a 10-year sentence. But that racketeering conspiracy charge, that could be a life sentence. The stakes are sky high. And we're only at the beginning of this legal battle. Now Mike Tyson has made more terms around the block than any of us. This man has seen it all, from the highs of being a world champ to the wild underbelly of fame. So when someone like Tyson is throwing up red flags, you better believe he's on to something. Tyson's been in those same rooms rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in the game, so he's got the inside scoop on how these things go down. If anyone can smell sketchy vibes from a mile away, it's Iron Mike. He knew something was off about Diddy. He could feel it in his bones. And so there you go, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. What do you think about this whole situation? Fill the comments section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.